It's your favorite YouTube dealer. I appreciate you guys for stopping in. We got some new Yelawolf and J. Michael Phillips. This one is called Searching for Heaven, which is something I feel like we all can relate to at some point in our life, right? Like low key, we all kind of, I mean, we might not believe in the afterlife, but it's one of those things, right? Where I'm like, I'm unsure, but just in case, you know what I'm saying? I might do a couple things a certain way. So, God, I'd rather be there than, you know, then again, maybe that's just me. Let's dive in and let's find out what this is all about. Oh, it's about a drunk guy. Okay. I don't know if I've ever been that drunk in my life that I've walked like that. I've always been impressed that people can drink enough to get to that point because I feel like I start getting sick way before I get to that point.
I got it. I got it all.
Oh, maybe he's not drunk. He's okay. My bad. They got robbed and shit. All right. I'm like, yo, he's wasted.
Searching for heaven, I found the devil. Never be ready when it's your time. Standing for nothing, you fall for whatever.
Facts.
For whatever might cross your mind. Your mama said, boy, don't you run from the mess that you started. Boy, don't you run from the mess that you started. Boy, you be the one and the broken and hearted. You be the one. Stand on your rules and you want what you stand on.
Woo, I like these vocals. Like, I like his voice, but it's also how they recorded it because it sounds like it's layered maybe 2, 3, 4 times. I don't know exactly, but then the way that it's kind of put together, it just has like an air about it. I don't know how to even explain it completely, but I like it.
You can have whatever that you want to. It isn't really nothing that you won't do. Coming from the bottom where we rise, you can meet me on the other side. I will be there, standing on business, we never back down. Don't ask for forgiveness after we crash out. Even though we made it through the worst, swear it doesn't mean it doesn't hurt. Searching for
Facts.
heaven.
Woo, I like that. Even though we made it through the worst, it doesn't mean it doesn't hurt, right? Like, just because you made it through that shit don't mean that the pain is completely gone.
Even though we made it through the worst, swear it doesn't mean it doesn't hurt. Searching for heaven, I found the devil. Never be ready when it's your time. Standing for nothing, you fall for whatever. We down for whatever might cross your mind. Mama said, boy, don't you run from the mess that you started. Boy, don't you run from the mess that you started. Boy, you be the one and the broken and hearted. You be the one. Stand on your rules and you want what you stand on. Till you turn the gold that you put your hands on. Your hands on. I swear I am.
Yo, he cooked on that. I like that. Like, the verse was on point. The hook is dope. Like, it's like, when I say that air about it, when it comes to the hook, it's like the, I don't know how to, like, it's like, there's not a lot of power going into it. Like, you know how people sing and you could hear their voice, like they really go in, and it's like, I can't sing, or I would give you an example. And then there's times where you kind of dial it back and it's like, it's just more soft. And like, that's kind of the vibe that I get from it. And his voice just works so perfectly for that. And then layering it and doing it, like mixing it properly, bro, that shit hits hard.
Swear I am. Yeah.
It's an interesting
Went
fit.
From the cradle to the grave, from the grave to the cradle. I've been around 1,000 times, praying my truth might save you. They said you only get one life, but I know that's a real true fable. This body is just a new label, stuck on an old crusader. God gave me the scoop soup label, now I'm eating the stewed potatoes. Used to work in old shoes, broke, now I'm rocking these boots, new gators. So tell me, who are you, player?
Yo, I want to get some Gator boots one day. Just because. Just because it'd be dope to be like, I'm gonna throw on the Gator boots today. I feel like it calls for it. Yo, I like what he said though about how, like, he's basically saying that this living, you only live once, is a fable. He's like, because this is just some old, I forget what he says now, but he's like, with the hold on, let me see what he said so I don't butcher it.
1,000 times, pray my truth might save you. They said you only get one life, but I know that's a real true fable. This body is just a new label, stuck on an old crusader.
It's just a new label stuck on an old crusader. So like, it's like what he is right, and it's just like the body is just a label. We just put a new label on it for right now because that's what that's what you are for right now, right? But eventually that label will get old, it'll fall off. That's the death of your body. But that crusader still lives. You throw another label. Like, I don't know. It's interesting. Like, life is so interesting. I'm not going to go into a super long dialogue, but I could, because I've had these conversations recently. So my mind is kind of in that like space. But it's just like, life is interesting, man, because we don't know, right? And it's crazy because there's been billions and billions of people that have passed away over the history of time. And yet, because once you pass away, like, there's no coming back as far as we know. And if you do somehow cycle back around, you don't remember shit. So there's never been anybody able to factually tell us, oh, this is what happens. Yeah, I could give you the exact details, like the whole thing. I can give you the rundown. I wrote some notes. Like, nobody could tell us, right? So we have no idea. Like, we just know someone passes away and it's like they're gone. It just could be over and that's it. And there's nothing more to it. It could be heaven and hell. It could be reincarnation. It could be some shit that we've never come up with. In all honesty, when you think about it, because the possibilities are really endless, it's just the possibilities that we see as possible seem limited. But because we don't understand the universe, it's endless. It's more likely that if there is something that happens, it's something we've never even considered. Something that we probably couldn't even grasp our brain around. You know what I mean? Like, it's just so interesting to go down that path and talk about it. At some point, I want to do some shit like that on a live stream when we dive into random topics and just kind of like get into this direction and just kind of just go deep. Like, research shit, ask people what they think. I mean, there's no answer, right? It's not like we can find an answer online about what happens afterwards, but just to see all the different theories out there, I think that'd be kind of cool. If anyone's ever interested, twitch.tv/DuaneTV, link is at the top of the description. I go live pretty much every day. We're going to be doing a lot more segments about shit like that and talking about stuff and watching different things. And, you know what I'm saying? Right now we be gaming a lot, and Fridays we do music, but I want to get more into like actual discussions with you guys.
God gave me the scoop soup label. Now I'm eating the stewed potatoes.
I like that. He gave me the scoop ladle. Wait, hold on. What did he say? The something scoop ladle?
Old crusader. God gave me the scoop soup ladle. Now I'm eating the stewed potatoes.
Oh, the scoop soup ladle. The scoop soup ladle. Yo, the scoop soup ladle. Saying that fast almost gets me.
Old crusader. God gave me the scoop soup label. Now I'm eating the stewed potatoes. Used to work in old shoes, broke. Now I'm rocking these boots, new gators. So tell me, who are you, player? Just another leaf in the wind, falling off the branches in a storm? Or are you a tree that only bend? Never broke, never played, pretend. Never shake, not a weak human. A creative genius child. From the trauma, I was in it. Getting beat by my stepdaddy's belt. Or maybe that car wreck did it. And angels' grace come out of heaven, but I had to go to hell, I admit it.
Searching
Amen.
for heaven, I found the devil, never be ready.
I also like the beating of that hook. Like, I was searching for heaven, I found the devil, right? And it's like you'd assume, like, well, no, because we think hell, devil, down, heaven, up, right? But sometimes, like, there is connections there that you don't really think of. Like, another deep discussion that could be had. Like, we could go off on that shit for a minute.
Never played, pretend.
There was something he said at the end, though, that I like, too.
Never shake, not a weak human. A creative genius child. From the trauma, I was in it.
A creative genius child from the trauma I was in. That's what's crazy, is that there's a lot of people that end up, like, you don't need trauma, because there's a lot of creative people that had amazing upbringings, right? But there are some people that have been through some shit, and it pushes them in a direction. And I wouldn't say that it creates their creativity. I feel like it's probably something that they had available to them already, but the trauma and the shit that they go through pushes them strongly in a direction where they end up, like, you know what I'm saying, making something of themselves, because it's almost like, I don't have a choice. I'm either stuck in this situation or I figure this shit out. Whereas sometimes when you're comfortable, it can lead to laziness a little bit, because there's no need, there's no urgency to have figured something out, to be able to get yourself in the next position, because you're just chilling. Everything is good. Life is good. Family's good. All that's good. Doesn't mean that you're always going to be lazy. The same as, you know what I'm saying? If you go through trauma, doesn't mean that you're always going to go on to traumatize other people. Sometimes there are, what do they call it? Exceptions to the rule, so to speak. But I feel like that is a real thing, right? Like, there's something about seeing people that had nothing and then achieved something. And what is the reason that a lot of them give it? Hunger. Like I wanted it so bad because I would go home and we'd be eating like bread and butter for dinner because we couldn't afford anything else, right? And I had to share this with my 3 brothers, and like I barely had any clothes, and the clothes I did get were hand-me-downs of hand-me-downs of hand-me-downs with holes in them, and you know what I'm saying? And so like I had to figure something out so I can get out of this, and that hunger will drive people to crazy places. You know what I'm saying? But that same situation could also turn somebody to a criminal because they might be like, I'm going to steal shit because I need something. I need to somehow change this situation. And they don't have the capacity to get themselves somewhere. So then they resort to something like that, unfortunately. Or, it, you know, just the lifestyle around you leads you into that. But it's just such an interesting concept, though, how like different experiences as a kid can really lead you down such different paths. And sometimes it can drive you to greatness, even though it was such horrible shit that you went through.
Getting beat by my stepdaddy's belt, or maybe that car wreck did it. An angel's grace come out of heaven, but I had to go to hell, I admit it.
Searching
Amen.
for heaven, I found the devil.
heaven.
Never
Woo.
be ready when it's your time. Standing for nothing, you fall for whatever. We down for whatever might cross your mind. And mama said, boy, don't you run from the mess that you started. Boy, don't you run from the mess that
Bro,
you
they work really well
started.
together. This was dope. J. Michael Phillips is fire. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did a song, yeah, the I Swear, and I think I had complimented his vocals in that too. They work well together. I like this. This shit was dope. Let me know what you guys thought down below. I appreciate you guys. I keep choking. I don't know what's going on. Hopefully I will see some of you guys on the Twitch side of things. Tap in twitch.tv/DuaneTV. Like I said, we be gaming a lot. I'm playing some of the Gears of War beta right now. I got to finish the Elden Ring, but then we're going to start to switch to more like content. I don't know what I'd call it, but like commentary content where we're going to talk about things, discuss things. You guys can bring topics through, crazy shit that you see, trending top, whatever it is. And we'll just dive in, look it up, research it, watch a video, talk about it, break it down, like all that kind of stuff. And do a little bit more of that. And then Fridays, we do music reactions. So I appreciate you guys. Take it easy. Stay safe. I will catch you in the next one, homies.